My name's Donna and I'm going to take some time to introduce you to a game that's going on behind me, and that's the New Zealand version of blind cricket. The thing we're going to look at is the ball. There's a number of different balls you can use. At the moment I'm holding what we call the Aussie ball, and it's actually about the size of a softball, and it's got little holes around the ball as well as nuts and bearings and things inside it to give it the audible rattle, but that's not the ball we use in New Zealand. The ball we use in New Zealand is what we call the international ball. It's currently manufactured in Pakistan. It's a PVC ball about the size, just a little bit bigger than a standard cricket ball. It's got markings around the outside to give it a similar feeling to a seam, and inside is plastic PVC balls, so it gives the sound of. Next for equipment is the wickets. The wickets are metal, we use metal stumps. They're about 3 foot high, 3 standard stumps, and the reason we use metal is so that they can make a sound when the ball hits or if the batsman hits the wicket. Hopefully you can hear that, and they're just your standalone stumps. On to the cricket bat. We use a standard cricket bat, so just any standard type of cricket bat that you can pick up in a sports store or pretty much anywhere. Nothing special about it, nothing changed about it, just your standard bat. And pretty much all the rest of the equipment is the same. You can use either type of shoe, you can use a rubber sole or sprigs, depending on the weather and depending what your preference is. Yeah, just your standard cricket shoes. Also use helmets. Not too many players use them, but most B1 batsmen that I'm aware of use them, and some of the fielders that field in close will use them. And then your standard batting gloves. And we also use your standard wicket keeping gloves and pads, batting pads, keeping pads, all those kinds of things. So all of that kind of stuff is your standard, and also for the gents you use the standard box. We're just going to be talking about general stuff, so I don't actually have cricket going on in the background. I'm just going to be talking to you guys, and I'm going to be talking about how we score runs. I'm also going to tell you a little bit about our umpiring. So when it comes to scoring runs, you can get your standard runs, so you can get your singles, doubles, 4 runs, 6s, all those kinds of things. Our B1s score double runs, so a B1 can hit a 4, which would be doubled to an 8. I would say a B1 can hit a 6, and if they can, that's pretty cool, because that'll be doubled to a 12. We also have the standard extras, so from our umpiring perspective, you can have no balls, you can have wide, you can have leg byes, and you can have byes. So you've got your standard umpiring rules. The thing is your shot selection. So you've got your standard shots of covers and drives, but the ones that are used most around New Zealand and probably around the world as well is your sweep shot and your reverse shot. Just because the ball that we use is more a flat ball, so it rolls more along the ground than it does bounces in the air, whereas if you use the Aussie ball, it's got more bounce in it. So for that purpose, and also because one important thing I forgot to mention this whole time is that the ball's bowled underarm, and because of that, for obvious reasons, it's easier to use your sweep and your reverse sweep. And one last thing we need to talk about is the fielding and fielding positions. So fielding positions are the same as your standard cricket game, cricket fielding positions. You got your cover, your point, your drive, your square leg, your slips, your keeper, your bowler, so you've got all of those kinds of things. What New Zealand is famous for is introducing the wall to blind cricket. So when we first changed from many years ago from the cane ball to the international ball, so the plastic PVC ball, New Zealand actually initially introduced the wall as a way of using our B1 fielders to include them in the game, and basically what they would do is line up 3 or 4 of them right next to the pitch to block the ball from getting out into the field. Since then we've moved away from there. We don't use that anymore because our B1s have adapted to the game and they're now included more, and they can actually go out into the field. Usually we'll put them in a point or square leg or mid-on, mid-off position. Okay, another important part of cricket is knowing how to get people out. So we pretty much have the same rules as side of cricket. That is, you can get out, run out, stumped, hit wicket, bowled, caught, stumped at the bowler's end, and have I missed anything else, James? LBW, yes, you can get out LBW too. So hopefully we're going to see a couple of guys who are going to, you know, just demonstrate for us those different techniques. That's a run out.
Bingo! Bingo!
Ready, better?
Yep.
Play!
Out!
Ready, better?
Yep.
Play!
Okay, the next thing we're going to talk about is site categories. So there's 3 site categories that are used in international. There's B1, B2 and B3, and we pretty much play the same rule here in New Zealand. The only difference is we add in a cited category for just to include our volunteers and things like that on social games. So for a B1 is a person who is totally blind, so they have no light perception, they can't see, they can maybe able to see hand movement, but that's about it. So they can pretty much see nothing, you know, they rely pretty much completely on their hearing. For a B2 is a partially sighted person, so they can probably see a little bit, they can count fingers, they have up to 5 degrees of peripheral vision, and you'll notice with people that have eye conditions like retinitis pigmentosa and things like that, so RP, or fields where their vision is limited, that's how they qualify to play blind cricket, is through that field restriction of 5 degrees or less. The next site category is a B3, which is someone who is partially blind. So that means they've got a little bit of vision impairment, but not completely blind. And that is, you can qualify for that category by having 20 degrees of vision or less. So your peripheral is 20 degrees or less, and your vision itself is 6/48, and the way 6/48 is what a fully sighted person can see at 48 metres. You have to be able to be 6 metres away from to be able to see. And then we've got our standard sighted category, which is pretty much anyone else who doesn't fit into one of those 3. The way a standard cricket team is made up of, so you're 11-a-side team in international, and when we're playing another vision impaired side, the side would be made up as 4-3-4, so 4 B1s, 3 B2s, 4 B3s. We also allow for the lesser categories to play upper categories, so a B1 person can play as a B2 or a B3, a B2 person can play as a B3, B3s can only play as a B3 site category. We're going to take a look at bowling the ball, and we've actually got Paveen here. He's going to be bowling to Ravi, and we've got Markel as the keeper. For a standard B1, which Paveen is, Paveen would generally call out to the keeper. The keeper would respond to Sanjay so that he gets an idea of where the ball is to be bowled, and then Sanjay would ask, "Are you ready?" and Ravi, the batsman, would say yes, and then Sanjay would bowl the ball. So we're going to take a look at that now.
Keeper. Sanjay! 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 Are you ready, Beta?
Yep.
Now, after all of that information, it's not to take in. We're actually going to take a look at some of the guys actually having a hit around. This is a practice for the Man South team, so they're going to show us how it's all done.
Yes.
Hey. Yep. Hey. I learned my lesson from last week. Never throw. Be righto.
Yep.
Hey.
No, no, you're right. You're right. Get Sanjay to bowl.
Keeper. Keeper. Sanjay. You ready, better?
Yep.
Play. Keeper. Sanjay. Are you ready, better?
Yep.
Play.
Yes.
Bola. Keeper. Sanjay. You ready, better?
Yep.
Play.
Of all, the most important thing, on behalf of the New Zealand Blind Cricket Association, I'd like to thank all the people that took part in making today's video. Deacon Dunn for doing the videoing, James Dunn or JD for his help, Ravnesh Mooney or Pingu, Paveen Shankar Sanjay, Ben Fellows Skippy, Neil Fellows Rattler, Markel McCaskill who is Mortis, Ryan Middleton who is Rhino, and I'm going to thank myself because somebody has to. So I'm Donna McCaskill, also known as Rig. So thank you to everyone who helped out today. Hope this video gives you an idea about blind cricket in New Zealand, and if you'd like to know more, please feel free to contact the New Zealand Blind Cricket Association. You can find us on Twitter, or you can find us on Facebook, or you can email us nzbcainc@extra.co.nz. Cheers! At the end of the day, New Zealand is famous for having a couple of beers with mates, so here's your bottle opener. You've got to open the bottle. Cheers. Bit of product placement for one of our main clubs, Manukau South. So we've got Man South t-shirts, the fluoro orange, we've got Man South stubby holders. Yeah, don't forget the Man South here, Man South bottle openers, Man South coffee mugs, and we're just moving into brewing our own beer. See you at the bottom.